welcome to Electric Elevation. Today we have our special guest, HBeezy100. How you doing today?
How you doing, Miss Electric Elevation?
Okay, I'm doing good. So why don't you start off by telling me a little bit about yourself?
All right, a little bit about myself. I'm an artist from Ypsilanti, Michigan. Been coming with I'm an artist at Unique Day 12. I'm just trying to start up my own thing, learn the traps, the traps and every thing I need to know about the business, the music, entertainment business, and excel and flourish into something great in the society.
Okay. How did you come up with your rap name?
Oh, I came up with my rap name because everybody called me HB because it's first off my initials, and back in the day, Hot Boys was one of my favorite groups, so they would call me HBeezy off rip, and then I wanted to switch it up to be a little different, so I wouldn't be like Lil Weezy, Yeezy, Young Jeezy. So I was like HBeezy, and I'm like, what would come after that? And I was like 100, because my little brother, 100 RIP, he got killed back in 2010 in Ypsilanti, Michigan. I was like, that'd be like every time you say my name, you gotta say my brother's name. So then plus it's like a phrase, HBeezy100.
Okay. How long have you actually been rapping?
I've actually been rapping, writing music since 12 years old. I'm 30 now, so 18 years.
Okay. Now, do you like to write your raps the most or freestyle?
I definitely like to write the most. When I was younger, it used to be different. I used to like to freestyle more, but when after I got incarcerated, I was like, freestyling stands for nothing. Especially at this point, I need to go home and have a whole bunch of lyrics written up, so I have stuff in the archive.
Okay. Now, when you write your music, do you have to have a certain environment, or can you just hear a beat and just get a pen and just go for it anywhere?
I could come up with a beat in my head and then write it.
All right.
Good.
So, what do you like best about performing?
The best thing I like about performing is that you actually able to connect with the fans. You're actually able to connect with the people that you're performing for. You see the pros and cons of performing firsthand right there in front of your face. You get over the nervousness because I don't like being in front of people like that, but I love speaking. But I really ain't feeling the public speaking thing, but helps you give over that fear. You know what I'm saying? So now you conquering something internally that can hinder you from success, and then you be able to rock in front of people and people can hear your music.
All right. How do you feel about the state of the music industry and hip hop the way it is right now?
And the way it is right now, I'll put it like this: thank God for Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, Big Sean, Drake.
Okay.
Now it's some young boys in the game. Shout out to Sada Baby, T Grizzly, NBA Youngboy, Lil Skies. Them are the young guys that I listen to right now. That's in the game, but for the rest of it, it's looking like a landfill to me. I'm not trying to disrespect nobody, but like them four I listen to specifically, and I got a lot of love for Juice WRLD too. Juice WRLD, I've been seeing some of his ciphers and stuff. I see he actually really got bars, but after that, I have no mentions or anything.
Okay, now what would you say sets you apart from other artists?
The thing that sets me apart from other artists is that while I do some of the similar things that other artists do, I have a different message, you know what I'm saying? First and foremost, I have to give all praise and glory to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, regardless, you know what I'm saying? Even though I've been into a little bit of street stuff, I'm not no untamed gorilla like some of these rappers claim to be. I've been in a little bit of drama. I did 7 years in incarceration, so I had to do something to get there, and I had to do something while I was in there. So that sets me apart a little bit, but I never sold no coke, crack, none of that. I sold some drugs and a little bit of drugs, but not them. I never had kilos. I never had seen $1 million, so.
Okay. So tell me something that you would do differently from when you first started to now, something that you learned.
One thing I learned
okay.
is like what we were just touching on, just be true to yourself, because at the end of the day, you gotta live with this, and whatever you doing now, whatever you saying on these tracks now, only you and God know if it's true or not, and the people that's around you. You're gonna have to ultimately answer to Him for misleading and misguiding after this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. How do you now? I know you're from Ipsy, but how do you feel that like Detroit and Ipsy or Michigan artists are portrayed?
Um, I feel like Michigan artists are portrayed as bullies. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, we just being from up north and being from this environment, I'm used to it. Now I didn't see how much different we were until I moved down to Jackson, Mississippi.
Okay.
And then I noticed, I'm like, oh man, we really different. We really be on tip. Everybody else just be talking that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, then we're more lyrical. A lot of people down south say we sound like East Coast niggas, like Nas and I'm like, well, that's a real big compliment. Y'all say we sound like East Coast. That's where it started.
Right. Okay, who would you like to work with in the future and why? Can you start off with a local artist and then an industry artist?
Local artist? I want to work with Sana. The reason why that Bartier Bounty hot. I love it. I heard a couple of his stuff before that, and I was like, all right, I see why they like it. When that Bartier Bounty, I'm like track for track, I just let it ride,
Okay.
And I don't really be trying to hear nobody's stuff other than mine and my crew. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? But after that, and that's in the industry, real heavy. I definitely want to work with Kendrick Lamar. That's my favorite artist right now.
Okay, and what about a female local in industry?
Female local, gotta give it up to Dej Low.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then well, is she considered
industry.
she industry? Well, I mean, Dej Low, she got it all the way around because I don't really, Nicki straight, Cardi straight, but I think it would be like mismatched with and conflicting with the messages that we try to portray. Mm-hmm. Even though I believe both of them have the transition game, I believe I just wouldn't want to touch that territory with them. I just mess with the hometown favorite.
Okay, is it an underground female rapper though, like a local one?
Oh well, I ain't really heard too many of these females from Detroit. I know we got like Rocky Bad, and what's the other one? Molly Brazy. Mm-hmm. I guess I'll work with both. I mean, I'm willing to work with anybody as long as they would know that I'm on the track. I may come with some conscious stuff. I could get into the street stuff, you know what I'm saying, but that I'm not trying to glorify that no more. So if you can feel my message and come up with something that can coincide and then we can collaborate and make something great, then I'm willing to work with anybody. But I'll definitely work with both of them.
Okay, and have you did a lot of shows out of town?
No, I actually, since being out of incarceration, I got out of incarceration in 2017. I've only done one show, and that was at House of Vance in Chicago.
Okay,
that was
how'd
this
you
year.
Like that?
I loved it. That was an experience that I needed, to help me build confidence as far as like public speaking. Like I said, that was a hindrance for me at one time. It is opportunities I had down in Mississippi, but I'm just like, a lot of, I can't go from House of Vans to a hole in the wall.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not saying I'm disrespecting the hole in the wall, but I'm like, I understand my worth.
You want to go higher. You're elevating.
I want to elevate instead of digress. You know what I'm saying? But if that's the only thing that can open up for me down there, I would be willing to do it as long as the number's right.
Okay. Now tell me about your current and upcoming projects.
All right, my current projects I got now. My current solo project is Came From Money Volume 1. It's on all mixtape sites. That's a project I dropped. I've been had it ready. I mostly had it produced by Hershey Black. Okay. That he's the producer for Rich Gang now. I also got it produced by Super the Engineer and Juju Swag Shorty. That's a project that I basically. Like, that was the first, all the stuff I wrote when I first got out. It's 7 tracks. That's back to back. I'm just hitting you with an artist that got a lyrical delivery that's a little bit more elevated in the mental state, that's coming with some hot songs for you. You know what I'm saying? I got one track for the ladies, Take My Breath Away. But most of it is for, like, individuals that came for the struggle, the men that came from the struggle, been in the joint, stuff like that. Then another project I got, this is a joint project, with Chi-Town Lonnie. Okay. Is Midwest Cartel presents Friend or Foes, That's just a 3-track um, EP that me and my partner had did, to help him jumpstart his career, we got a hot track that we got from the Legions produced on there, Friend or Foes. Y'all can check that out on Spotify right now. That's definitely the one that I think might get us there. We planning on shooting a movie and all that. I mean, the video for it and all that. And then I have one with my boy Jay Loco. He from Jackson, Mississippi. He's one of the local artists down there. Fresh out of jail. We had did that when we had did that like 2 years ago. We was both fresh out of jail. He got out in July. I had got out in January. We met, and the first night we met, we was in the studio. You know what I'm saying? So we had recorded this song called Hollows, which Johnny Rico loves that song. Okay. But I'm like, we wasn't talking about nothing, you know what I'm saying? But I know the streets will love it, you know what I'm saying? But that's another project, and that's on all three of these are on the mixtape sites. And then the last one that we just dropped a couple weeks ago is the Thoroughbred Kings / Money Game compilation, King of Kings, Then we got a few hot songs on there. It's been getting a little buzz right now on the mixtape sites. People been liking it and appreciating it. So that's just what it is. Those are the four projects I have right now. The upcoming projects I have Came From Money 2. I'm dropping with the homie Red. Okay. Dropping the Next Up EP. That's my first official UDE EP. That is just gonna be me and Phelps Productions. We gonna drop that, put it on Spotify, put it on the mixtape sites, put it everywhere so y'all can hear it. We know y'all gonna appreciate that one. Then I have Came From Money 3 getting ready to drop for y'all in a future time. Also in Came From Money 4.
Okay, so you're pretty busy.
Oh yeah, I stay busy. Okay. I work.
So tell me 3 things that people really need to know about you that they don't.
3 things that people need to know about me that they don't. First of all, I'm doing the best I can to be in right standing with God. I mean, that's one thing you need to know. So certain things you just can't bring to me. I love sports. Okay. I have a big love for sports. I love all my Michigan sports, you know what I'm saying? See, I got the Michigan hat on right now. Had to buy this up here because I couldn't get it down in Mississippi. Okay. And then I love comic books. Like I'm into Marvel, DC, all that. I was just watching Wonder Woman last night with my queen, Okay. All
right, cool. Yeah. Now, where do you see yourself within the next 5 years? What's one of your ultimate goals or something you want to tap into that you haven't yet, but you're thinking about pursuing?
Next 5 years, I want to see myself with multiple platinum selling albums. You know what I'm saying? Then that's on the low end. I believe I can sell multiple diamond albums. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna try to get to dropping the albums first, you know what I'm saying? Then I want to have my movie, Life I Chose, drop. I want to have TV.
Now, would that be centered around like your past experiences?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to have my TV series started. I preferably want to drop it like on TNT so everybody can watch it, the masses can get to it, opposed to putting it on Netflix. And then I just want to be in a better position than I am now. Instead of having to work 10 hours a day, then go to a studio or work 2 or 3 jobs. I'd rather be able to sit back with my feet up, where my parents are in a better situation, my family's in a better situation where my siblings don't have to live on Section 8 or independent state penitentiary. Just want to elevate from where I am now, and with way more money in my bank account.
All right, awesome. Okay, so my final question is, what advice would you give to an inspiring teenage male who's maybe 17, 18, he wants to rap? What's some good advice you would give?
Good advice I give is always keep God first. Stay thorough with your energy so you wouldn't have to worry about or be dependent on somebody else's opinion on you. Be persistent. What I mean by that is write every day, make a beat every day, be in the music, sing every day, whatever it is. Because if you give up an hour of your time every day for 300 days, then you're a professional. For 3 years, excuse me, you're a professional at your craft. You know what I'm saying? That was one thing I had learned and got inspired by. You know, when I was in the penitentiary, it was this brother named Derek Coleman that came in there and talked to all the brothers that was in the penitentiary. And he was like, and then he told us that if you work on something for an hour a day, for 3 years, you're a professional at that. And that made me write every day.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, now, any final takeaways or shout outs you want to give? And also, you can give your social media tags.
Okay, yeah, I definitely want to shout out. First of all, I give all praise to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I want to shout out my manager, Johnny Rico, from Unique Day Toi ENT, for blessing me with this opportunity. I would definitely want to shout out Miss Electric Elevation. You know, even though she don't know my name, I want to shout her out for making this time for me, and I really do appreciate it. Squeezing in my plan because I am about to get on the plane and head back south. I want to shout out everybody at Thoroughbred Kings, #BagLife, Money, TBK Money Gang. You know, Key to the City Productions, Cold Hearted Young Mob Boss. My new producer that's working with me, DB the Beat Plug, and Phelps Productions. You know what I'm saying? Had a word to Queen. You know what I'm saying? Now my social media is at H6Z100 on Instagram and Twitter. Facebook is TBK Godson. You know, on Spotify, same thing. Everything on Spotify and all the mixtape sites, H6Z100.
All right. So that will conclude our interview with HBeezy100.
Hey, man, I forgot to add this, but I'm adding it now. Y'all make sure y'all go hit me up on Spotify at H6Z100. I got my new singles right now, Oh Lord and 100. And then my single with Chi-Town Lonnie, Friend or Foes, on there. Y'all make sure y'all go stream and help me get them numbers up, man. We trying to get it popping. Yup, one.
All right. Thank you very much, and stay tuned to upcoming episodes with Electric Elevation. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Electric Elevation, and also on YouTube at Electric Elevation Podcast. Peace. Easy100, he's going to spit them bars for us.
Yeah. It's my joint problem, child. It's coming soon. One shot kill, I guess it was more the personal when I premeditated these thoughts of lyrically murking you. Give you headshots to leave you with closed coffins. That's a massacre like Dred Scott in Boston. Early and often, mixing spice with the sauce and coming up with plans to conquer your whole fortress. And my portion's more fortunate than your force is, making money off of my will, that's Wheel of Fortune. I have relations with false loves and fake friends. While my parents are struggling trying to make ends, my siblings are struggling more than they is, and our offspring is growing day out and day in. While these fairy tale niggas is living perfect lives, I'm down in the dumps and still seeking the perfect rise. Cause my come up will have them all trying to run up, and even the hidden critics forced to poop out their thumbs up. Even Cisco and Eva couldn't doubt this. That boy shine like an Elton John outfit. Cause even when I'm in the crowd, I sort of outfit just like a thumb filled with swords that sort of out sticks. Or either sticks out, either one that you pick out, but they see the real in me and fakeness that they'll kick out. Sometimes these words be burning my mouth. I have to spit out, and it elevates the minds of the listeners. Lift off. So I stay with that rocket like I'm Roger Clemens, leaving haters sour face like a pack of lemons, because I'm at the finish line before they start their engines. Even when I lost, I learned a lesson, so I'm always winning. Plus I got my shooter in the wing, my banger in the post, and I'm at the top of the key. And our game plan's the top of the elite, because we all know you find what you seek. I'm a problem child.
All right. Don't forget to check him out on Instagram. Give your tags one more time.
Y'all know what it is, at H6Z100 on Twitter and IG, on Facebook, TBK Godson.
All right, thanks for tuning in to Electric Elevation. Peace.
Come on.